So yeah, before I begin this review, I got my Twitch terminated, not banned, terminated last night. I don't know why. I mean, I know why. It's so stupid. They got me for using copyrighted audio, which they've never done that. Excuse me. They've never done that before until yesterday. Which okay. They got me for using audio, and they didn't even like give me a warning. They took down the account. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that's it. No streams until I don't know when. I might just not come back for a while. So yeah, that's just a disclaimer there. So yeah, but yeah, also it might rain right now. So yeah, but I just want to get that out of the way. Like my Twitch is gone, and I'm just not gonna get it back for now. So yeah, that's about it. That's all I have to say for the first part. So let's start. Let's start. So now we're starting off with the actual review. So yeah, welcome to the video. So yeah, I'm gonna be going over all the matches. I'm gonna rank them and give the full show a rating at the end of it. So yeah, very weird intro already. Holy crap! But yeah, by the way, if you hear the rain, don't worry about it. It's gonna start raining at some point. I don't know when because the clouds are really building up over there. If it starts raining, don't worry about it. But I would love it. I would love for it to start raining. All right, let's begin. Start off with the Women's World Championship match between Io Sky versus Liv Morgan. Great match to kick off the show. I loved it a lot. Yeah, it is already spoiling the rest of the review. The match of the night so far. But yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm glad they got the Judgment Day interference out of the way early, so it wouldn't need to affect the ending of the match. Well done there. I love a lot of spots in this match. The Spanish fly off the top rope. Io's guy's Oblivion. It looked terrible, but hey, and the ending sequence too, where Liv in Oblivion. Io lands on her feet, but Liv still hits a barrage of finishers so she can secure the win cleanly. Yeah, it was a very good match. It was much better than their Queen of the Ring match, only because that match was ruined by Danhausen, which I get it there. Yeah, what else I was gonna say? I'm also glad Danhausen wasn't involved in this match as well because he's been the focal point of this entire feud, which is never a good thing. I'm just glad they eliminated any sort of thing that's involving Danhausen for this match. Good decision there. And for Liv's first title defense, it was a great one. I already want to know what her title defense is. So yeah, at least all I ask is for them to at least give her more opportunities with the to defend the title because she worked with Io Sky really well. They had a lot of solid chemistry together. I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. It was a really good match to start this one off. So yeah, let's move on. Next up was the six-man tag team match between the Bloodline in their Gears of War E-Day entrance versus Royce Keys, Solo Sikoa, and LA Knights. So yeah, this match was also pretty solid, pretty fun, solid six-man tag team match. I think just about everybody got their showing here. Just about everybody did pretty well in this match as well. I would say my personal MVP from this match is Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa, he's such a likable babyface. We've never seen Solo Sikoa in a babyface match or be a babyface in a match. That's a tongue twister. Sorry. We've never seen him in that character during a match, and he excelled at it. He rage baited Juice so hard he ran it back. It was such a fun and likable character in that ring, and for the entire match, it was just pretty fun to watch for a lot of the guys there. One of my favorite spots was the that spinning power slam on Jimmy Uso that came off the top rope. It took a while to set up, but it was at the end. It was pretty cool there. And it was one of those spots over the barricade with Royce Keys and Jacob Fatu. It was pretty cool there. And yeah, the winners of this match would be the babyface team of LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Solo Sikoa. Really fun match overall. I would warrant that as a rewatch as well. I'm going to give it a 3.6 out of 5. So yeah, let's move on. So next up was the third match, Gunther versus Nick Aldis in a singles match, which was pretty cool there. Off the bat, I want to give a big shout out to Nick Aldis. A really good showing, first match in over 3 years. Really good showing by Nick Aldis. Really proud of that right there. He didn't want to let the fans down, and boy, did he let the fans down. No, he didn't. So yeah, he also had a pretty cool entrance theme. I love Oasis. I love Morning Glory. I love that song. Yeah, pretty cool for WWE to actually use it instead of using some Def Rebel slop. But yeah, the match was pretty good, pretty solid match there. Nothing really much else to say. Gunther won by making Nick Aldis tap out, which yeah, but a really good showing from Nick Aldis. That was the yeah, the true long-term goal for this match was to at least see Nick Aldis do well, and he did amazing. So yeah, match was also pretty solid too. I'll say that. Gunther got the win. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5, and another one where I say you should rewatch that one. So yeah, let's move on. So next up was the Bella Twins versus Paige. Bella Twins and Paige versus Fatal Influence in a 6-woman tag team match. I would just say this match was entirely forgettable, which pretty unfortunate there. The only main goal and consensus of this match was to put Fatal Influence over, and that's exactly what they did. But the crowd just didn't care for it, so screw you, Minneapolis. Not kidding. But yeah, Fatal Influence got the win. That needed to happen in my opinion. I think Fatal Influence needs to pick up some W's, especially since they're the women's tag team champs as well. So yeah. thing that needed to happen there. What was unfortunate about this match is that the Brie Bella got hurt. I think early on in the match, you could see her, especially when Nikki turned heel. You could just see her like just clutching her shoulder, just standing there. Like you just knew something was off. After the show, Triple H confirmed that she got taken to the hospital for further evaluation, which very unfortunate there. And by the looks of it, she might be out for a while. So all the best to Brie Bella. I hope she gets better soon. I hope she has a speedy recovery. So yeah, as for what happened with Nikki Bella, she turned heel on Paige after the match. And yeah, basically kind of set up a program for a potential AJ Lee return, because now I'm thinking they build this to Saudi Mania, and they do a rematch of 2015, like what's it called, the Bella Twins versus Paige and AJ Lee, like yeah, because that happened in 2015, so a pretty cool, a pretty full circle moment if it happens at Saudi Mania. We'll see. I mean, we'll see what the extent of Brie Bella's injury for now, but I think right now, for now, it's gonna be a single feud with Nikki Bella and Paige, unless he just sidelined him because of this injury. I have no idea what's gonna happen, but yeah, I mean, that's the only thing this match will be remembered for, is the Nikki Bella heel turn. So that's pretty much about it for the match. I'll give it a 2.4 out of 5 for the heel turn. I'll give it a semi thumbs up. I don't know what to say about it really, because Bree's already hurt. I don't know what they're gonna do after this. So yeah, let's move on. Next up was the undisputed WWE tag team champ. I became Jimmy Uso right there. Undisputed WWE championship between Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk. Match was, I would say, good, but damn, that was a while. I mean, I'm not complaining that it was a long time. It's just, I expected this match to be better, in my opinion. With the workers like CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, they put on classics a good amount of times. This time, it just really didn't feel like that. Cody was dominating for most of it, which isn't that bad, but it just was moving at a really, really slow pace. Had some really weird energy to it, and I don't know, it picked up a little bit, but it was just kind of, it ended up becoming pretty decent. That's about it, I would say. Punk had the worst moonsault of all time. Randy Orton returned during the title match and RKO Cody Rhodes, which I think is a good thing, because it keeps Cody out of the title picture for a few months, which is a good thing, because Cody's been in the title picture for like 2 years at this point. So I think for now, keeping him off and giving fresh new faces the main event scene, I think that's going to be the refresh that SmackDown needs. So yeah, I like the decision, and CM Punk retained. He had a ref bump, which since Charles is always the referee, or since Charles was the referee, you could just see it coming. So yeah, the match was good. I will say it underwhelmed me, because I expected a lot more from these two, but it wasn't bad. I thought it was good. I'm gonna give it a 3.3 out of 5. That's pretty decent. So yeah, I'm messing up a lot in this review. I'm sorry. Let's move on to the main event. So next up was the main event, the Hell in a Cell match, Femi versus Brock Lesnar, in a match that really did not need to have the Hell in a Cell structure. I mean, for a feud of this caliber, like, I get why they would use the Hell in a Cell structure, but considering Oba and Brock, like, their matches have been a combined total of 11 minutes with each other. Since both their matches have been a combined 11 minutes, I did not expect this one to go long at all, which, I don't know, I prefer a Hell in a Cell match to have at least 20 to 30 minutes of hell and just violence. This match had violence, and it didn't really have hell, but it was still pretty fun to watch, I'll say that. It was still a pretty fun match. You had some cool moments here. You had Brock Lesnar pull out his best Undertaker for this match. Just rose up when he got hit with the fall from grace after. Like, he just rose up and just started laughing in Oba's face, which I think was pretty cool there. Ripped up the plywood from the ring, and there's a hardwood that he tombstoned Oba Femi on, and Oba kicked out, which that was pretty insane to see there. I don't know how I feel about Oba just no selling a lot of stuff. I wonder how that's gonna affect him long term. But I don't mind it for now. I just wonder how it's gonna be. But yeah, it was still a pretty fun match. I think Oba missed his cue to hit the fall from grace on the wood. He hit it on the plywood part of the ring, which Brock immediately, as he was getting covered, he looked over. He's like, "What the hell?" He wanted to land on the wood, but Oba just didn't do it. But yeah, still, it doesn't really take away from the match. It was a fun match. I just think it would have benefited if it was a street fight, because putting the Hell in a Cell expectation, it just makes people think, "Oh wow, that was a dud." For me, I don't have any expectations for when it comes to matches. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna say. I mean, I had expectations for the Punk and Cody match, and I was disappointed, and it was still a good match. So yeah, I put my expectations as low as possible for this match, and it was a fun match. So I'm gonna give it a 3.6 out of 5. that's about it there. I kind of rambled, but I'm hoping I made sense there. Here are the rankings for the matches. My favorite match was the Women's World Championship. That was the opening match between Liv and Io. So, yeah, pretty much it for night one. I'm going to give it a 3.8 out of 5. I thought it was a very fun night of wrestling. Nothing really too bad. That was, like, genuinely very fun. So, yeah, we'll see what happens in night two. That starts in 3 hours as I'm recording this. So, let me get this up and edit it real quick. So, yeah, like I said, 3.8 out of 5. That's more like a 7 out of 10. Pretty solid night. So, yeah, I was going to do it for this one. Thank you for watching. I messed up a lot. Sorry about that. Have a good night.